Hey guys, it's 23. This is the Lahti L-39 anti-tank rifle by DT-DOS. This is a 20mm anti-tank rifle that was used during the Winter War and then into the following continuation war, which is basically just the Second World War. But yeah, this asset is pretty cool, pretty simple. It is semi-realistic, but I will explain that later. In terms of what you'll basically just get the rifle itself. Installing the asset is pretty easy. It is via Fury. All you have to do is just drag and drop, adjust, and then upload. You'll get a safety that doesn't have any visual indicator. You can toggle on and off the sledge/bipod. It does come with an 8x scope. There is an infinite ammo toggle. There's a word drop toggle like this. There is a toggle where you can put it on your back if you like. And there is a toggle to turn off the screen effects. Each time you shoot, your screen shakes, so you can disable that. In terms of controls and stuff, it is a little bit complicated and maybe a little bit janky, but I'll explain that in a bit. So you can hold it with one hand. You can also hold it double-handed like this. When you have a two-handed, you can't rotate the gun like this. You can only turn it side to side, but you can't rotate it. You can swap hands like this, so you can shoot a left-handed or right-handed if you like. To drop it in the water, you have to turn on the drop toggle like so. Now it is bipoded like so. If you do a open hand with your right hand, you'll let go of the gun. There are multiple ways you can grab the gun. You can do a finger point, you can do a handgun, you can do a thumbs up, you can even do a neutral hand to grab it. You can't see this, but if you do a neutral hand, you'll pick up the gun. In terms of operating the Lahti, it is pretty simple. Basically, on the right side of the rifle, there is a crank. If you rotate it clockwise, you open up the bolt. If you have a magazine in the gun, all you have to do is do a rock and roll with your right hand like this, and you can grab it and you can throw it away like that. Each time you take out the mag, the dust cover will close, so you will have to open up the dust cover again. If you do a rock and roll again with your right hand, you will spawn in a new magazine. You can then insert it into the gun, like so. This is a little bit different from the real gun. Normally you will have to depress the bolt release button or trigger where the pistol grip is, but with this particular gun, you have to crank the bolt back into the gun. So in this case, you have to crank the bolt back into the gun, like so. You will hear an audible click each time you open and close the bolt. But yeah, from this stage, you're ready to shoot. To shoot the rifle, all you have to do is a fist. It is not weighted, so you don't have to pull back the trigger. As side note, you can't seem to rapid fire. At least in my case, I can't rapid fire. So if I spin the trigger, as you can see, it doesn't really want to shoot fast, but it is what it is. You'll also notice that each time you pull the trigger, you'll hear a click, and that is pretty much it. So not a lot going on, pretty simple, but it is pretty interesting. There are a few things that I do want to talk about. So one of them is that each time you grab the gun while it is stationary like this, the gun will move each time you grab it, like so. So it doesn't stay in the same spot. When you deploy it, it always changes position depending where you point your hand. So it is a bit weird, and because you can do a neutral hand to grab the gun, you will probably accidentally grab the gun often. Another thing is the shooting. So I don't know if this is intentional, but in terms of rapid fires, you can't really do that. I don't know if this is on my side or this is just how it is set up, but it doesn't seem like you can shoot it fast. It seems like if you want to consistently shoot, you have to wait until the audio stops and then you can shoot again. However, there are times where I am able to shoot fast, but it doesn't happen all the time. So it seems like the trigger, or at least the shooting bit, is pretty inconsistent. I don't know if this is because I have index controllers, but this is just how it is for me. But yeah, shooting is a bit inconsistent, and it is a bit weird from my experience. There are sometimes if I do a follow-up shot, I'll hear a click and then a bang like a second later. Like so. So the gun itself is also pretty inaccurate. So from close to medium range it is fine, but from long to extreme ranges, this is pretty inaccurate. From what I saw, this gun is extremely accurate and also has a high fire rate. I was doing shots about 150 meters and I was missing pretty much 80%, 90% of the time. These are human-sized targets, although in real life this was eventually used on people, I guess. So if you're thinking about using this for any roleplay event, any cagging, LARPing event, you might want to adjust the spread so it's a bit more narrow, a bit more accurate if you want to use this, unless you don't mind the inaccuracies, but just letting you know. Another thing which is more of my pet peeve, but I wish this had the realistic function in terms of releasing the bolt via the pistol grip instead of cranking it back forward. I think it would have been really cool to hear the clank each time you drop the bolt, but it is what it is. To find this asset, you can go to the Jinxie page. It is listed as $12.50 USD. But yeah, if you like what you see, why not check this out? Okay, thank you, bye bye.